subtle music in the mix.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the Sunday evening stream. The weekly candle close is upon us. We have less than 1 hour. We're in power hour right now.
It's time for power hour.
And we have, futures have opened, and we have risk on. Gold, I think, selling off some. Bitcoin's trying to break a level in the 4 hour. Not so much on the daily yet. We'll look at those, but thanks for being here. Let's get into it, man. I'm hoping, right, there's like storms over there, so the sun goes down, we're live long enough, maybe we'll get some action. Probably not, because we're in a drought and it never rains here, and it's terrible. I hate it. So, nice. All right, we're in 4K, by the way, so check your quality and tune it up if you can. All right, so here's the 4 hour on the right and then the daily on the left. As you can see, no key levels broken. Up against one, testing one all day. Not one time this morning and not quite again yet. 1 second. Sorry. Sorry, my groceries are like here and annoying stuff. So there are levels that we have to see broken to feel real excited on Bitcoin. Unfortunately, we're not on the daily. The 4 hour, you're getting some, right, where they broke it earlier and then sold off, completely wiped it out. When futures opened, it was like risk on, bad out of heck, right, just right back above the 108 level that you've been struggling with for multiple days. But yeah, I'm just like 108.5, big deal. Supply line, which is right around 109.2 and 109.3 is the old all-time high. Just reiterating, you all know that. If you watch the stream, you are very aware of the inflection points that are significant on the daily. So that is the big consolidation structures top. We got a lot of work to be done. A lot of work has to be done, I guess, from the buyers. But hey, a macro environment that is risk on in the summer, maybe we got a chance. But if you remember last year, like risk on was going in the summer, and Bitcoin, I'm sorry, dude, like Bitcoin was a big weight on the portfolio. After March ended, there was never another. You would have to be buying low, selling high, and that's during that 8-month consolidation period. There was no real fun times for Bitcoin in the summer. Except rallying off the lows and making 88% retraces, and then that was it every time. And unfortunately, like, we are just kind of right back at like some sort of 88% retrace from this high to low here. How would we Fibonacci from this high to low? You're not quite there. 88% retrace from this major high to low is going to be around 109. So, seeing that, even, you got to be like, okay, we've seen this before. This is exactly where it can reverse in the short term. So you're just up against, there's like a lot of resistance, and we haven't even tested all that resistance yet. So, yeah. But we're covering it because the weekly is going to be insane. Okay, 44 minutes until this. Oh my God. It's just a dream. Look at this. A massive bullish engulfing candle is going to be painted. And guess what? You're going for, you can't even believe it, you're going for the second highest weekly candle close in human history on Bitcoin. You're going to get a silver medal in 43 minutes. And it's pretty much imminent unless something crazy happens, which you'd have to fall below 106.5. Yeah, you'd have to lose $1,600 in 43 minutes to not. So, okay. But at the same time, look, you're up against the same resistance they've been testing for 5 weeks now. God. Or 4 out of the past 5. So just amazing candle. So incredible. Up 7% on the week. Over $7,000. But it doesn't look like we're going to close above the levels that we really want to see a close above. We've only done that one time ever, and it was May 19th's week. So make of that what you will. We also have a monthly candle close incoming, and it's going to be really nice. I mean, it's going to be the highest monthly candle close in the history of Bitcoin. So we have history that will be confirmed in 1 day, 1 hour, unless something really bad happens in 25 hours. I think you'll probably be okay here. It's just spectacular to see. All right, one sec. Let me being strong armed by my the driver. Let's see here. Okay. So it's just like, you know, we're just sitting here and it's the same situation. We're about to have some historic closes or close to historic closes, but the problem is you're just beating up against a resistance on the daily, and it's just, you can't ignore those levels. I mean, they're just there, and we've seen in history where those levels have been respected, and the buyers could never breach them, and then it was over, and then you just went through multiple more months of like consolidation and down. So it's tough. Like for the swing trader, when is it ever a great idea to just be longing up against resistance after a deep rally off the lows? I mean, I can get more behind, like, all right, once someone's trying to take a shot at a support, more than I can someone trading and trying to go long up against a resistance. It's just a lot higher of a risk situation no matter what happens. So, but really cool stuff, man. Hopefully we get to experience some history together in the next 41 minutes. So that's your Bitcoin. We can look at total market cap. I'm about to have to throw this stuff in the fridge. Okay, I got some like smoked salmon and stuff, and we just gotta, I don't want that to go bad. All right, that's part of my diet. Total market cap right here, you know, it's just down sloping consolidation. It's like a weaker flag. It's like the same type of structure Bitcoin's got, but just weaker, worse performing, because Bitcoin's, you know, flag is higher. It's just up against the old all-time highs, not this low. So they bounced it off of an old 2021 cycle top. Great. And that's about it. Gosh dang it, dude. Just give me 1 second. I'm sorry, y'all. Bad. The worst timing ever.
There's a big difference between giving up and letting go.
All right, sorry about that. Also do an audio check. Make sure we're good on the audio and the video, the A and the B. Let me know at 108.171. We're doing just fine here. And it's cool to see some altcoins. Like Ethereum's above 2,500. That's kind of surprising. Solana trying to break out of some sort of supply line after a back test to that key level. Let's look at it. And y'all were saying, let's see here. All good. Wait, no audio video check? Okay, the audio is good. So total just doing this thing. Hold on. I'll tell you, man, streaming like not in the battle station is just so much more work just to get this all going. Okay, let's go to Ethereum. Really nice here. Really nice to see that they've like defended this 2400. Like really what they did is so crazy. This like you can't expect anything. Even if you think, all right, you could take a chance on going to 2100, but it just they don't let it fall. They don't let it break. They actually they recapture and then they reconfirm it at support for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, kind of like 6 days in a row. 2400 is support again, and now it's rallying, and you're going for the highest daily candle close now since June 19th. So rejoice, Ethereum, above 2400. You know the consequences could very well be at least 2700 to, you know, go test the high from May. And, you know, things are better on Bitcoin, 2900. So there you go, just like that. These levels, just you can't expect anything because it's just... It looks so weak. It looks so bad on Friday. It just doesn't matter, dude. Doesn't matter. Defended. Support. Resistance, resistance. Support, support. And support again. So there's decent upside above 2400, I guess. And you're back inside this little channel, too, kind of. Who knows, though? Up 2.69%. And then we look at XRP, that, man, just, it's all over. It's like head and shoulder. But then, like, maybe it's a dragon now. Like, 1 foot, the second foot. Divergence on the MACD. You know, you could just painted like, you know, here's 1 foot. Predictable patterns, right? 1 and 2. And this is the supply line, like the head and then the hump. That's how you plot the supply line. The spine. And they're like kind of breaking the dragon spine. Just an idea. If it's real, then I mean, I guess you would try to be targeting for 258, 265 again if this is all going to play out, right? But that's real, isn't it? It's just tough situation when you got Bitcoin just up against all this resistance, and it hasn't even tested the lion's share of resistance, right? You know, you can see it above my head, that down sloping white line and that magenta line, and then after you break those two levels, you then got to break the other two swing highs, 110.5 and 112, which we talked about the Mordor analogy. We are currently, well, look at Bitcoin at the highs of this 4-hour candle. Let's go back to it for a second. Hey, man. Dude, what? Fruit flies or something. There's this plant I got, and these little stupid flies spawn out of it. And I try to kill all of them. I can't kill all of them. It's just so annoying. So here we are. We are up against the big level. This is the, right? If we talk about Mordor, trying to get in, we broke through the first gate, the black gate, the second inner gate. There's an airlock to get to Mordor. We're up against it right now. If we break this, then we're going to face millions of orcs in the Nazgul. Then we're going to have to face, you know, I guess like it would be the Witch King of Angvar here, and then you would have Sauron himself at all-time highs. That is how we would get through. So we're not even in true all the way Mordor yet. We're up against it, the last gate, to keep that analogy going. So really nice. That was cool. But let's maybe we can continue. 34 minutes till the close. Keep it going. All right, that was a nice little spike we saw right there. That's the highest level we've seen since futures have reopened. And that was an hour and 25 minutes ago. Let's go, dude. Okay, Solana here. Wow. That 1 and 2, and then you're breaking it. You kind of closed up against it yesterday, right? But kind of surprising. A 6% candle on a Saturday, and now you're catching more? Up 1.76% right now. So you would think just the upside target looking left is 159 to 163. These orange lines here. That's it. It's kind of where we were in price action squad support, resistance, resistance, resistance. I mean, now they're going to test it again. But hey, I guess the good thing in the end is, hey, this level, this magic level where, you know, there have been historical battles between buyers and sellers. Another one happened, and buyers have come in full force off the 124 to 130 level. So that's pretty nice. Okay, we're not dead yet, I guess, where things just looked really bad. Yeah, they still don't look like amazing, but hey, a little optimism, I'm down with that. All right, Bitcoin at this new high since futures opened, 108,392. I like this. I mean, if this is real, you would just think that 109, 1092
Rant from California
is on deck.
Gosh, it's a beautiful sunny Sunday, and the meat market was dead. Streets are dead. ICE has a lot of people scared. Would not be surprised if we get disinflation versus inflation. Just a small hunch.
I don't know, man. I think it'll all work out. It'll all work out in the end, man. Okay. I mean, how many billions of dollars get sent home every year from illegals sending their money back home? Yeah, that's bull crap. They get to do that all tax free. I mean, how many taxes do these illegals pay? I mean, come on, like, I'll be okay with a little, deflation to fix America's problems. Anyway, so 108,452, new highs of this, post futures opening. Let's before we get to we're gonna look at BNB, whatever. BNB, they recaptured, they're back above the 200, looking strong, but you can't invalidate this potential head and shoulders situation until buyers are really taking out 673. But on the other side of the coin, it's really nice to, anytime the price of an asset gets back above key inflection points, you feel good about that. So you could be neutral, understand great level to be above, really safe there, but we still need to break 673 to confirm the invalidation of this like momentum shifting structure, because there's probably a supply line that's being broken or something. Yeah, they're breaking a supply line here locally, like yesterday kind of, and now you're really going. So cool to see BNB up 1%. Hopefully we can see it above 673, and then it might be moon soon. Long-term uptrend, that's for sure on BNB. Nice, man. Okay, yeah, Bitcoin futures. So they gap it. They did gap up, chat. Oh God. So let me show you. These are there. Like, this is just the price action correlation to the old all-time high from December of last year. We closed on Friday at 107.5. We've opened at 108.3. So another, you got to be kidding me. There are now 3 unfilled gaps, as you can see them on the screen, the magenta dotted lines. And now we're just up right again, up against this high. No break at all. Got a lot of work to be done, right? You got to break all these levels to get excited. You got to break 110.9, 112.3. They're a little different than the spot price, but yeah, I hope it breaks, man. I'm really excited. It's just, you got to understand, as a swing trader, you're always at your highest risk levels when you're testing resistance, not, and you're not breaking it yet. It's just a higher risk, but breakouts happen. But remember, false breakouts happen far more than real breakouts. So just pay attention to where we're at. We're really close, but we're as close as you can pretty much get, which can kind of be like, there could be zero upside potential when you're trading up against resistance. That's what it kind of means, unless there's a key massive breakout and you're hoping the breakout would be real with high volume, ferocious price action above all the levels, and you haven't done it yet. So this is where we are. Okay, that's it. 108,432. Keep it going, man. Let's take us to 19, so we can just face the millions of orcs. All right, those are your bigger cryptos. If you want, we can look at the S&P, all the futures. I'm from the future. The U.S. futures. Look at this, man. You can talk about, hey, why is Bitcoin going higher? Because it's risk on, baby. Look at the Dow Jones, the S&P, all-time highs. It pretty much as I'm speaking to you, by the way, chat. You hear me? Summertime, late June, sell in May, go away. That was the worst thing you could have ever done. If you listen to that pseudo wives' tale type of saying, then you lose, because here we are, never before seen prices on the NASDAQ or the S&P. And we're talking, it's just a Sunday evening. A lot of people don't even know what's going on yet. So risk on. I bet. Oh, sorry. Let me up. There we go. Well, let me out of full screen. Sorry, this is tougher. So something that happens, unfortunately, man. I'm in 4K, so it really screws up my aspect ratio. What is going on? I keep getting I'm not connected anywhere else. Must be hackers. Okay, I'm just gonna try to mess with this for a sec, so you can see what's happening here. Yeah, that's good enough. Just for a quad screen, you know. But that's amazing. So what's gonna happen to like big tech? I'm really excited about Google. That news-driven catalyst. I didn't even know there's a news-driven catalyst about they're going to be using AI products for something. It's getting adopted, and Google was up nearly 3% in about 10 minutes near the close. Amazon also pumped really hard. Meta, all of them, dude. It's exciting to see. Like, if this is really going to continue, I mean, Bitcoin's Bitcoin, but Bitcoin hasn't broken anything. You already got Nvidia and price discovery, and possibly some other ones. Gonna be in price discovery soon. So having the chat for futures, I'm having an alert set up. If we hear another beep or something, we're just gonna be like, oh my god, new all-time highs. And the Dow Jones are not at all-time highs, but you know, well on the way. I mean, you're at the highest price seen on the Dow Jones. What is, dude? I cannot do this. Why? Hold on. Just sorry, man. This is what happens. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you, man. It's just it's a mess. It's a tragedy over here. Can't get things going properly. All right, so we'll keep our eye on the futures. We got alerts set up. And yeah, so we shouldn't be getting any more of those disconnects. So I don't know. I mean, like, are there? Let's look at gold real quick. Hey, dude, gold was gonna do it. It was gonna, you know, it hit its lowest level today.
This Tangia is really cheap. Gosh, I'm worth more than that. Vote for me.
Thank you, Pedro, or whatever. Thank you, dude. Gold intraday hit its lowest level since May 20th. So we are over 1 month lows after a third failed attempt from buyers to break that 34.29 level, and then developing that beautiful Japanese candlestick dark cloud cover. Then caught follow through a couple days later, and it's just been down ever since. So this is what I'm saying. Like, gold might still continue higher in time, but it's probably going to underperform the Mag 7, probably going to underperform a lot of different assets. Why? Because it already had this godlike run, man. Like, You're up. Oh, what if it goes to 3,600? What if it goes back? Okay, it goes up 6%, 7%. Well, other things are going to go 20% possibly. So it's just gold is, you know, if you didn't make money on gold, you're not pushing your luck, I think, a little bit. Just saying. My gold, dude. And it's like the other metals are starting to play catch up. Have been. But now all of a sudden it's like, oh God, do we have a head and shoulders chat? I know someone out there is going to be like, bro, look at the 4 hour. Oh my God, how does it look so good? Like, how this looks like such a perfect head and shoulders pattern. But of course, in before, no way, it doesn't happen. Because look, again, these are ideas. You would think like, no way it's this perfect, right? I can't believe it. Let's just put it in textbook and call it a day. You can clearly see the necklines pretty much like the old 2011, 2012 overhead resistance that they've been testing as support. But unfortunately, they're testing it, and now you're putting in a lower high. Momentum shifting into the hands of the sellers here. That looks glorious. So there it is. Your confirmation line, let's just say 35.70 or so, 35.69. Even if a measured move happened, it would sell off and make a much higher low than previous lows and pivot and rally and go again because of long-term uptrend. So even if this thing played out like moderately or even 100% measured move, it wouldn't even matter. Like it would not put your trend in jeopardy is what I'm saying. Like measured move, even if, like it could fail still though because it's only potential. It does not become a confirmed head and shoulders until they're breaking the neckline like for real with some follow through. None of that. Even if it comes down, the worst case scenario goes down 5%. 33.62, still the highest low. It's much higher low than the previous lows. So who even cares? But yeah, you can imagine, and temporarily, maybe it does play out, and risk on keeps going, and the index funds going into price discovery, at least Nasdaq and S&P. That's hard to want to just be like, I want to go long on silver, even though you just had this crazy rally. I mean, silver, let's just say since May 15th, silver went up 18% in 33 days. That's a precious metal, a massive market cap. You do not get that every day. So it's like to cool off, no big deal. Like that's fine. People holding their silver in their safes and their vaults, like they're not going to worry about a pullback to $33, $35, whatever. Okay, so that's wild, man. That's why I wonder, what do y'all, I mean, that's a great, maybe we do a poll on that. That's like, will this, 20 minutes, chat. Will silver head and shoulders play out? Yes. Going below 34.50. No. Trend too strong. Or just say no, going higher soon. Whatever. All right, there it is. There it is, chat. The poll. Bitcoin's still really strong, 108.426. I'm loving this. All right, silver, and then the other ones. Check them out. Here's your palladium. That's just crazy good, man. Like I just can't even. It looks so amazing. It's like this is what you look for. This is the composite operator himself conducting a buying campaign, which is going on for, I don't know, going on 18 months, say 17 months, maybe 16 months. And, you just on Friday, intraday, saw the highest level since October. So this one, just, you'd think like, if it plays catch up, a lot higher to go. 1250, 1500 targets, maybe even 1800 things get crazy. But that's where you look for the harmonic framework. That's where you look for Wyckoff accumulation structures. Good context, right? After a long extended drawdown, downtrend, and you get up against like key historical levels. That context is great. So I'm digging palladium, but who knows in the short term could pull back. Even if it pulls back, makes a higher low again and runs later because risk on has to do its thing. Copper is another one that's just like, what? You are up against Old all-time highs from 2022. Big level, very, very strong. Yep, the metals, gold may be lulling, but you've got copper, palladium, and then platinum too. Platinum, where is it? Platinum, that also, like, it did tweezer top though. We got a little tweezer top, bearish engulfing candle situation. This is a pullback. This is a potential pullback right here. And it would make sense, right? That was such a nice run. Like platinum doing things it hasn't done in a very long time. I mean, we're talking highest level in 11 years on platinum. Just Friday and Thursday. You know that 14-year, or sorry, 11-year highest level since 2014. Yeah, so I mean, the problem with platinum, though, was like we've been here. We've identified a bunch of confirmation lows, 3 rising valleys. They'll like rally and they just don't go anywhere. Like they just kept it pinned for so long. And it was just like, when can you predict when you're going to actually get separation like this? There were so many times where you thought it might be actually happening. Look, they confirmed bottom, rallied, recaptured. Oh, my God, they're testing. And then dumped, back sideways for so long. So many tests, just kind of untradeable in a way when an asset does that. So, but cool. I'd love to see it. So your metals, man, playing catch up with gold. So I'm not sure if these other ones have opened on these yet, but we had looked at like cotton futures was interesting, above 65. I don't know. I haven't even looked at rice futures. Looks terrible. No, I think I'm kind of good on rice futures. No, soybean futures done low. That looks terrible. Soybean futures looks bad, man. Like the downtrend looks like a bear flag. At least 930, but 843. That's the key level back there. Well, remember, speaking of inverse head and shoulders, good God, and spring back test of spring. So yeah, this doesn't look great. So it's not all commodities, only select some. Look at hog futures. Yes, lean hog futures, right? Pigs, you are at levels not seen since July 2022. It was beautiful how it ended. If you were a viewer of the stream back then in 2022, there was the shark pattern, type 2 return with the head and shoulders, and then it just gapped down. And then inverse head and shoulders, a lot of gaps, a lot of crazy moves. But once they recaptured that 77, 79 level a couple times, confirmed it, they never saw it again. And even in March, look at that. Look at how it just kind of, the beginning, that genesis, that bullish abandon hammer baby, I guess you would call that, right? That is true Japanese candlestick kind of porn right there. That's beautiful. Because that was, in the end, it. Commodities, man, that's huge. Look at this, dude. Massive engulfing candle on Friday. So I don't know if these not opened yet, but oh my God, dude. Live cattle futures. It is a perfect, undeniable bearish deep crab with a type 2 return. But look, the resistance from January and March, they're defending it not once but twice. So strong. I don't know if this stops. Like, how do you stop this type of asset? This is more powerful than gold. This is probably your most powerful commodity in the world. I don't think there's any, orange juice had a good run, but it imploded, right? It ended finally. But live cattle futures didn't. And you just got to wonder, how is this going to perform? Its performance is so far, the highest low in the history of live cattle futures. Not great for bears. And then we can look at feeder futures for the cattle, like the cost of the food for the cattle, GF. Unbelievable. Like, look at that close on Friday. Yeah, just thinking probably another all-time high coming. This is ridiculous. Bullish canary or bearish canary stuff too, way higher. Yep. They still want you to eat the bugs, chat. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's what's being telegraphed here. 10 futures. I haven't looked at 10 futures in a while. Well, yeah, we need lithium to follow, and there is definitely an argument, and technically for that, and it's right here. I can't even. I know people are exhausted from Lithium Americas Corporation because since March we've discussed its validity for reversal, and you're still just stuck here watching, you know, Nvidia go up 70% in 5-6 weeks. And Bitcoin also recover 50% in 42 days, but then LAC's just down here at this like very key zone, and they painted this massive M shape. I'm thinking it's time. Like I really have high conviction on this. It's just got what we need for a mega reversal. It's like if you can give me like a few more months, I think we're way higher on LAC. And if we're not, dang man, that sucks. It's over below 262, 230. Yeah, you probably don't want to own it at all below 230 because that's like the invalidation point, I think, of like this whole thing. So I just love this most recent price action we are receiving at 262. And it's just the fact it's just one low, two lows, and now three lows. So you just got 1, 2, 3 here. And I just love the way, let's see that 50. We're so close to doing something. So close. So you just think about metals and then rare precious metals, rare earth metals, remix. This is another one where you're just like, oh, look, cycle bottom stuff. Like it's cyclical, right? Oh, well, yeah, here's a low reversal. Here's a low reversal. Well, here we are again, completing an M shape, not once, but twice. Rare earth and strategic metals. How do you look at this and just say, meh? It's beautiful to me. Like it really looks like art. And my God, the amount of the triple bullish divergence on the RSI. I think if you're in the know, you've seen enough RSI divergence, that is glorious. I mean, that's buyer or sellers are stupidly exhausted at the completion of a predictable M shape, not once but twice, and it's all testing key levels where mega reversals have happened before. So, I mean, you tell me, dude, lithium and rare earth and strategic metals look like they're at cycle bottoms. The reversal cometh. But that's just my opinion, man, right? That's just great levels, lower risk anyway. Tree peak for sure, LMNOP. That's right, the tree peak. I can do it. Let me see. Let me be like, oh yeah, give me some harmonics, man. Yeah, cycle bottoms. Let's see, full screen. We see the storm jet. I think we might. Let me check the radar here, and see if we have hope for any sort of lightning behind me. We do have some hope. We just gotta, the sun's gotta it's 8 o'clock, almost 10 minutes, okay, till the weekly close, and the sun doesn't go down like ever, so maybe we'll see it, we'll get some lightning, but yeah, who knows. All right, 108, 420, is that a joint? Nope, it's just Bitcoin. Yeah, we are closing in. We have other commodities like, you know, what about y'all seen cheese futures lately? Cash settled cheese futures, fixed price for the rest of your life. Don't think we're ever going to break. You know, it reminds me of lumber before 2020. You remember lumber was like this for like 50 years, and then COVID and all the money printing and just like a huge candle, and then it crashed, of course, and completely round tripped. But you know, cash settled future cheese futures at the biggest coin flip level ever, right? Between the two 140 and 240 and whatever. So I'm trying to think here. You know what's kind of interesting? People are gonna like hate it because Beanie Babies and stuff. But I don't know. Do we want to look at any more like seafood futures actually doing stuff? Looks a little bit like they're recapturing 58 seafood. Okay, the cost of seafood collectively, I guess. You go to a market, that's this chart, and then you have oat futures had a huge day on Friday. Whoa, and it's like crazy. It's like platinum, I guess, because it's like, wow, this looks like an easy to manage risk situation on oat futures above 328. But dang, man, like goes down. Holy crap. In 2 days, oat futures dropped 13.4%, trading like an S-coin. Oats. Like, hey, bro, I'm going to go eat some oatmeal. How is it that volatile? 13+% in 2 days. But it rallied. It rallied hardcore off the lows, but just went to test support. I'm just like wondering, when will this, if you're getting positive price action correlation, when are we going to rally to 47? Yeah, it's tough. Fixed price on oats. And then you have, wow, Nat Gas. Let's go to the other one, I think. Nat Gas. You got to wonder here, is it over? Is it now, like, dude, that's tough because you have like a hanging man on natural gas at 390. That's a key resistance. And the 200-day moving average right there. Tricky spot for Nat Gas. I'm not going to be like super excited about, I'm not looking at natural gas too long. I'd be looking at Google to own, like something more risk on right now. Because if you can't break 390, that is a key. What happened? Consequence, 267. Fall below it, keep the consequence, 267 lower. Look, consequence of not breaking 390, straight down, 265. Look, can't break it, 1997, straight down and lower. Yeah, so there have been countless times in history where buyers have failed to break 389, 390, and the consequences are 267 or lower. So that's where you are. And again, you put in that nasty Japanese candlestick reversal at the resistance. That's not great, man. And the 200 there. So not feeling too hot about Nat Gas right now. And then we look at U.S. oil too. And sorry, chat, that is the biggest bamboozle weekly candle you could ever see. A 12% reversal on the week. And on the new week, we're down 0.34%. So you'd think like $60 is back on deck. And as we talk about, trend analysis is so important. Because just because you had a news-driven catalyst in the Middle East, blah, 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 all it did was manifest into the lowest high of the entire downtrend. The lowest high, chat. And what came before the lowest high? The lowest low. So the trend is still your friend if you're Bobo, if you're a bear, if you're a seller. Good trend. Lower highs, lower lows consecutively. And you got a date with $60. If that doesn't hold, then it's going to be on deck the lowest low again of your downtrend of $50. So they went up, tested 75. You think it's a joke, dude? This is not a joke. This is crude's life. 75, 78, that inflection zone. Support, resistance. The consequences of failing at that resistance equals what? 60 or lower. Falling below it, 60 or lower. Falling below it, 60 or lower. Typically, it goes to 50. You can see $50 consequence. Or in this case, it was 2018, $42. So just do not be surprised if this is a real bearish back test, bearish engulfing, bamboozling. 50 or 42 could be on deck. You got to give me some time, though. Wow. Not great, man. Ugh. Okay, so that's some of the commodities. But I want to show you something you're just going to laugh at. I get it. Let's all take a look at a Beanie Baby. Okay, it's in the glass case. It is sitting there doing nothing. That's what they do. But this Beanie Baby, of a few, I'll show you here. Forget the weekly. It is the daily. It is kind of unbelievable. I cannot believe it. All right. IOTA M shape. IOTA. And 14.85 to 15.68 cents. Just tell me, man, is it real or is it fake? Oh, wait, it is the realest level probably ever on IOTA. December 2019, reversal. 2022, reversal. They've held this level before, and then the consequence, reversal. And, it's been resistance. And so I'm just saying, like, good context where an asset goes in a long extended downtrend and then this pattern develops, and it happens to develop and you get favorable price action, coincidentally, where the price reversal zone is of the M shape, again, this is just such a beautiful, it's so easy to be like, all right, I do not want to own IOTA below 14 cents, but above this zone, all right, 20 cents, 23 cents. And that's it. Maybe higher if things go well, but that's just incredible. And some are showing the M shapes, but they're not showing the context, like where the M shape just happens to be developing or completing at the key historical levels from, we're talking 6 years ago. Crazy. So you'll have something like Dogecoin, same pattern, right? It's crazy, but it's not at like the best levels. Like it's not, I want it above 17, 18 cents. And then I think we got a real good shot for way higher. But it's just crazy that the M shape, right? Context not the best, but it's so effing real. And it's an 886, the magic of the 886. One day, I'm telling you, you will become a disciple of the 886. You will say 886, tattoos on your face, whatever you want. It's crazy, man. Yeah, it's getting dark early or something. I think it's just because the storm's outside. Yeah, let's check it out, man. Yeah, look at this. Look out there. You got some dark skies, dark cloud covers out there, bro. But yeah, you got Dogecoin, and then there are a few others too. I think YFI had one. They're just Beanie Babies. There's millions of them. Some have them, and it's just kind of cool to see. Some are like putting in 100% retraces, not as exciting, but it doesn't mean they can't reverse. Yeah, dude, like you pick it, like KSM's got it. But I'll tell you, all right, so forget the M shapes for a second. What assets are anomalies? I'll show you an anomaly. It is one of the best looking cryptos that exists, okay, in terms of technicals and price action, longer term, and it is Maker. Okay, I think I tweeted about this. This is just, I know I tweeted about this one. Nothing looked like this back in April. Nothing was putting in a triple bottom accumulation signature. And it's just, and they broke it out and they back tested the level. I think I tweeted about it in May. And so now all these resistance points from history, you're recapturing that, like you're testing as support perfectly. Look at that engulfing, selling off some, and now look at you. You're up almost 6%, going for the highest daily close since June 16th. But above $2,000 is not just psychological. It's like historical. I mean, this is an old high from 2021, swing lows 2021, reversals from 2022. It's a massive deal, and I think like eventually, if this is going to continue to perform or outperform almost, I would say 99% of cryptos is outperforming. You're looking for 28 for 618, 2830. I would not be like surprised if we actually saw 3,700 and 886. There's just something about, and there it is, chat. There it is. Can we please get some Jesus chimes, chat? Highest weekly candle close in the history of Bitcoin. Did you hear what I just... Oh, sorry. Second highest. Silver metal, right? That silver metal. And the monthly highest will be tomorrow. So silver metal, second highest ever. Bullish engulfing candle. And it sucks because you closed right at the freaking resistance. It's like, knock, knock, knock. I mean, we are not inside the door yet. We're just right outside knocking. And we've done this for 5 weeks. Come on, man. Good news on the weekly. You're back inside the bullish control zone, 63.3. And why even I messed up and said that I'm thinking about the monthly, which will be tomorrow. Okay, we have less than 1 day until the highest monthly close in history. So just checking that out. And look at the daily real quick. Highest daily candle close confirmed since June 11th. But here we are. We're just up against the old all-time high from December 17th of last year. Just up against it. You didn't close above it. You're at it. And you still, even if you broke it, you'd have to break so many different levels. So I'm making the Mordor analogy. You can't just like defeat Sauron. You have to do all this stuff first to get to Sauron himself. And then good luck when you get there. So that was your close on Bitcoin daily and weekly. Let's look at the others. Ethereum's daily, highest daily candle close confirmed since June 19th. Recaptured the, I guess, demand line of this little channel. But most importantly, the buyers for 5 days, 6 days reconfirmed $2,400 as support. And now you've rallied off that. You're still below the freaking 200 moving average. That's obnoxious. Let's look at the weekly on Ethereum. Nothing. I mean, maybe a bullish inside bar. It's cool what happened, though. They did recapture the 200-week simple moving average. That's nice. And the bearish engulfing candle never caught follow-through, so that's good, too. Yeah, follow-through would have been terrible. Like, you'd have been, oh, we're below 2,100. We're going to 19, 17, lower. Okay. That was a nasty candle, but this kind of redeems the price a little bit. Ethereum's redeemed above the 200-week simple moving average. When sun go down on my side of town. Nice. All right. So let's look at XRP's weekly. Not the worst thing in the world. Okay. So like, what's happened? It looked like it was over, man. It was done, son. Until bullish engulfing candle. There's still hope. This is like for real. You're testing the thresholds of way lower, and they're taking it to the most extreme you could ever do it. That's what whoever is controlling the price of XRP is taking it to the max threshold. Like, there is no more where they're at their intra-week, intraday lows. Can't go any lower, otherwise bearish breakdown, and it could be real nasty, and they're just not letting it. They're just taking it there. Possibly grabbing liquidity, but I guess we'll see. What kind of follow-through will we receive after this nice bullish engulfing candle at supports? There you go, man. It's crazy. I mean, it really is. That is, you cannot make this up. How they did it like that. Let's see here. All right, we've been live now for 1 hour. If you're enjoying the live stream, please hit the like button, that bell, that sub. Thanks for being here. Yeah. Hopefully y'all are getting value out of the stream. Quite possibly not, but I'm doing all I can. Like, literally, I'm just trying my best, man. So. Okay, we can look at Solana, and they broke that supply line. Wow, look at that, man. And there it is, just like XRP, the threshold, the extremes. They push it down. And it was a massive, it was a bullish engulfing. The bearish engulfing, it turned into a bullish bamboozling, right? That's when you get a bearish engulfing candle and immediately a bullish engulfing after that. So highest daily candle close confirmed since May 26th. But just, man, you think, you know where we're going if that level doesn't hold, but it doesn't matter because they never let it truly fall below that level for more than a week. Right? Like, even in April, they recaptured it almost like immediately the next week when the whole market recovered. So really cool to see. There's good upside if it's actually real, you know. Yeah, man. So Solana, good weekly close. BNB, that's a bullish engulfing candle. Very nice. Fair, but as you can see on the weekly, how big of a deal it is. You really need 691. That has to be broken until you can truly get excited. But yeah, in the end, all they're doing is lows, higher lows, and that's it. We got to break 691 if you want to go full on bull on BNB again. Just close, but work needs to be done. Oh, US dollar tether dominance. I haven't looked there in a while. Which, because it's not that big a deal. Oof, bearish engulfing candle. Yikes. That was nasty. But still above this kind of, yeah, definitely support resistance, right? Resistance. Resistance. Support. So you need to, if you want this, if you want way higher, we got to see US dollar tether dominance drop below probably 4.7%. So, yeah, looking kind of, oof. Not very strong there. That wasn't a good candle. So it just depends on the follow through we received this week. So what is good though, okay, if you got to really care, is you got one major failed attempt to recapture that 200-week moving average. Now we have two. We've like confirmed the 200-week moving average is just too much to handle. You got to like that. So hopefully that has consequence where we go way lower. Because the lower the US dollar tether dominance goes, the higher crypto goes, because it goes from tether into Bitcoin, most likely. Okay. Go look at totals weekly real quick. Oops, that's not total. What the heck? Total, look at that, man. Bullish engulfing candle. What a really nice candle to see where it bounced off of. The November 2021 all-time high. They bounced it, engulfed. Very nice. So hopefully we can continue to rally. We catch follow through off of that. Gonna change up some of the settings on this. It's getting dark in here, so I'm trying to change it up. Everything's manual. It has to be because auto is terrible. It doesn't work. I think my camera's about to die anyway. Yeah, let's see here. Whoa, what the heck? This is crazy. Wait, why is my... Oh, okay. What just happened? 40 Traveler.
Sup Mitch, thanks for front running my Doge request. Maybe I could get your thoughts on the weekly and 3D after the close, bullish divergence on MACD histogram? So do you see this as a type 2 still, or forget that and focus on the smaller M-shape 886?
40 Travel, thanks for the first contribution, only contribution of the stream, man, for real. Thank you, dude, for supporting the crowdsourced stream. Weekly, yeah, I mean, you got that huge M shape for sure. So hold on one sec. It's too much, man. So many things going on. That's about to die. Gotta hail this. Gotta do that. Okay. Whatever. People can wait, man. Good God, such bad timing on everything. Okay, let me before this thing dies, hold on. Let me just put the charger on it.
M and W shapes in my dreams and nightmares.
What's up, Larry? Yeah, looks way better now. Okay. What nightmares? Andrew, thanks for the 5, man. Thanks for being here. M&W shapes in your dreams and nightmares? Yeah, dude, for real. I don't know. Just they kind of, sometimes they dud out, but sometimes they just act as like levels where a pause occurs, you know, which I'm hoping for on Bitcoin. Like the pause on total. I'm hoping it's just downslope. It's like a bull flag, you know. The longer I think you just go sideways and don't roll over, the better. Same with Bitcoin. It's just you got the W shapes there, but like there's just no real selling pressure. They're taking it to supports and buyers are defending supports. Beautiful. Yeah, let's see here. See, it looks a lot better now. Yeah. And then hopefully we can see some lightning soon, but if not, no big deal. Yeah, so Dogecoin, back to Dogecoin for a sec, so you can see what he's talking about. It's so beautiful. Like, it's just crazy. Daily, right? This probably doesn't matter on the weekly though, because the weekly is here. We already have it. The weekly, like there you go. Like absolutely, it could play out. Like it's above the 200, but it's below support resistance. I just want it to be above. I mean, it is above like 16 cents, which is kind of real. It's different, I guess, from the daily. You could make it like that, and it's like, dang, they're really trying here. But yeah, that is really interesting, isn't it? Like if we could just have, if Bitcoin for the first time I think in its history could go into price discovery in July, then you got a real chance of this divergence continuing to play out on Doge, right, where we're going higher. That's a big if though. Yeah, it could be M-shaped, type 1, type 2. Absolutely it could be. I like how the RSI, it's above 40, right? They're not letting it fall into the bearish control zone. That's also good. And you said the 3-day. A 3-day. I mean, whatever. It's so visible here. Like, look at that bullish engulfing candle that was just confirmed. Look at that bullish hammer pattern that completed the M shape. It's so good looking. But yeah, you are below the 200 moving average. But yeah, people can take chances if they want, as long as they have stop losses set up. I never have a problem with it. So, all right, Bitcoin 108.5 right now. Okay, up $111 on the new week and new day and new 3-day, by the way. What is that? Oh, we're gonna look at Bitcoin dominance. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, it would be historical. Very historical for a July price discovery rally. Yes, never happened before. I look back, I only could go to like 2011, I think. So maybe there were a couple other Julys at the very genesis of Bitcoin. I think the market's changed so much though that it doesn't matter. I think, yeah, 13 years of data where we've never seen a July price discovery rally is enough, right? Whatever. I think 40 Traveler, it's like you're looking at the type 2 return on the weekly is the type 1 return of the type 1 reaction of the smaller M shape. The type 1 reaction, type 2 return on the weekly is kind of how one can look at it. So either way, it's kind of good within good. Yeah, I just getting above 17, 18 cents kind of made me feel really good about it. But we already looked at, like, you know, this one, we looked at IOTA. There are other ones. Then there was, like, I think YFI was one. It fell a little lower. Yeah, look at, like, unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. Look at that hammer engulfing. You got bullish engulfing candle just confirmed. But it's like now, hey, man, we need to, if we can recapture, like, 53, 5,400, there's good upside to, like, probably $7,000 plus. It's just kind of unbelievable. Like, the sell-off, you get back to these levels. Then the M shape, how long does it take to develop? It takes time, man. It took 75 plus days. 80 days at this point. For this thing to, it's just crazy how perfect it's not, oh, it went to the 95, went to the 70, nope, 88.6% retrace, 88.2, whatever. It's perfect. Now it's just a little bit more work to be done to break those resistances, and then we could be off. I mean, you just can't expect anything. I'm not saying I know this is going to play out. It could easily fail. At the same time, how many of these have we seen that have succeeded in ushering in reversals? So... Thanks for the 660 people tuned in. Hey, if you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button, the bell, that sub. We're on 4K right now. We only have 265 likes. I mean, what is that? Like a 30 y'all hitting the like button. Look, dude, I'm streaming. It costs you nothing. You're not watching ads. So the only thing I'm asking, just hit the like button, bro. That's it. It's not easy setting up a 4K live stream. So I'm just like, hit the like button, bro. That's it. So yeah, things like, just like what? I don't know. What else? Like these joke coins. GRT's even gotten, look at this, dude. It's unreal. Like, how is it exist? How does this exist? It's like it hit, oh, the lowest level since January 2023, but then just the M shape. It's not the greatest context. You want to be above 10 cents, but it's just crazy that it's here. It's beginning to react, it looks like, you know? You gotta wonder, like, what you would really want in the end is most likely something like this, and then this, and then this. Even this could happen, and then, oh my God, that would be like a dream. That's like the trend starts reversing, all the higher lows come in. I hope all the altcoins that are painting these M shapes end up doing something like this, and you gotta wait till Q4 before they start doing the God moves. Like, oh, we just gotta keep going sideways all summer into, you know, August, September, football, and then they resolve after all the accumulation. So, but yeah, of course, let's just do it now. But that's typically not how it goes. Where's my music, man? Did it stop? No. What the? Still too bright out to be able to see the lightning. Super annoying. Oh no, not this song again. Oh my God, dude. Just stop with the moaning and we'll be good. So yeah, there are other ones that are like maybe interesting if you're kind of into being interested. Okay, like for instance, who knows? Who freaking knows? But like, look, dude, it's IMX. No one cares. It's a scam. Okay, it is a scam, but it's like, look where the scams 1 and now 2. And you could be like, it's a shark, 100% shark, not that great. But the 100% shark developing, look right here, old all-time lows from November 2022. There was an incredible, you know, it was a bat pattern in the end. It wasn't deep enough. It was not a formal, just if you anchored differently, it was a formal M shape. But it was like type 1, 2, and then went nuts. Okay, so here you are, you're just back where you started to front run, or not front run, round tripped. Just gotta wonder, will it do something? So 40 Traveler. What was that? Thank you, 40 Traveler. Video looks good. Well, I would hope so, man. I mean, I would truly hope that it looks okay. It should look better in a little bit with complete darkness out there, but I just wish, like, yeah, doing night streams, yeah, I don't want to go live at 10 p.m. It's kind of not fun going, because I like drinking coffee, and I just don't want to be up. Yeah. I like being kind of a little geeked out when I stream with coffee, so being like, drinking coffee during the night is just not good. But yeah, we've looked at like a lot of different assets today. I mean, we can go back to the futures that hit S&P and Nasdaq. They hit all-time highs. Just I don't know, about an hour ago or less. And now they're pulling back some, but yeah, you're gonna go up and down, whatever. But it's just incredible. Okay, remember where we were. It is and was the fastest recovery in the history of the stock market. Okay, in COVID, it took 4 months to recover completely, and it only took 2 months to recover this time. I mean, just absolutely incredible resilience. And I don't get like how in any way with this type of environment with equities, I don't know how or why anyone is going to be mad at Jerome Powell for not cutting interest rates. I get it. I don't know why he cut interest rates before the election. He probably is a partisan shill. He is probably a leftist or something. He hates Trump. I think we know that. But like, I'm just wondering, like, how can interest rates go down when we're at all-time highs on the equities market? Could someone tell me? I'm no economist, but what kind of sense does that make? Because when you lower interest rates again, inflation's just going to keep going higher. I think this big, beautiful bill is going to be adding record levels to our deficit. I just don't know how it makes sense. Can y'all tell me how? Also, yeah, so please tell me. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Okay. Old Bitcoin butting up, trying to break into Mordor itself right now. If you look at the daily, come on, man, let's do this thing. Your upside, if you look at it, your upside is just so limited. It could just be, we only have about less than 1% upside. At this point, you cannot be surprised at all if we see 109.358 because it's less than 1% away. And it's such a key level that they would need to test as resistance again. So 108.670, we're at new highs. Bitcoin trading at its highest level since June 16th. All right, 108.7 on the new day, new week. We are less than 30 minutes into the new day and new week. Chat. Okay, man, we are at highs. 108.727, 35 right there. Wow. And then we see the other ones. I think I have a quad screen for cryptos too. Hold on now. Yeah, Solana up 0.5%. Ethereum up 0.65%, 25.17. Binance Coin ripping up. Well, it has one last candle. And they're all starting to rally. XRP bottom left, top left Solana, top right Ethereum. And then, oops, sorry. Let me show you. There you go. Is that better? Off a little. Let's see. Yeah, just 4K resolutions. Screwing this. But you can see the price of the assets. Okay, cool. Woody Travels, up, dude?
I actually do agree with Trump if you don't count continuing the current tax regime, not hiking taxes, as a new cost. The bill cuts the budget by over $1 trillion.
Cuts the budget by over $1 trillion? Does it? Yeah, I'm no economist, so I'm just thinking though, like, cutting interest rates. I don't think that answers the question though, right? How does cutting interest rates prevent more inflation? Like, if we cut interest rates, that means that's going to put more people in the market for taking on debt. If people are more eligible to take on more debt, right? Banks are going to be loaning out money to more people. They're going to be able to participate in the real estate market, which I again would increase the price of homes, right? I think. Am I off here? I don't know. The quintuple screen. That's pretty much what we're doing. EJ, we can quintupling. Yeah, y'all aren't talking much, so I don't know, man. I don't know what to do when y'all just don't talk. Y'all just sit there, and I'm just like, okay, I covered all the assets. What do you want? Like, okay, that's the stream. If you don't do Q&A, I can't stay. So, yeah, your Bitcoin dominance just sideways since June 21st. Another day down again. Yeah. Trying to hold on to this old high from early May, I guess. But a pullback here would be good. Altcoins could rally and outperform temporarily, but in the long term, for multiple years, you know, Bitcoin will continue to outperform. And there's a fundamental reason for that. And you know it. Hyper-Bitcoinization, Bitcoin adoption around the world continues every single day. Every day we're getting a new piece of evidence of massive amounts of adoption from governments, companies, institutions, you name it. All believers in Bitcoin and its future. Do we have the ability to see lightning yet? Still not really yet, man. Super annoying. It's 8:30. It's 8:30 and it's not even like completely dark yet. Yeah, I'm not sure. I just don't know how, at this point, how are we not going to see 109.358 be tested, you know? I don't know. What's up, Justin? Yep, rewind, man. That's all you got to do. It's a good time of the year for everything, but trying to live stream a backdrop. To live stream a backdrop, winter, anytime besides midsummer. Midsummer, it's terrible. Like, hey, autumn, spring, winter, great. But this time, just, it's awful. Just too much brightness and sunlight in the back, and you can't really, you know, do it. I tried it in Vegas. It was okay, I guess, but yeah, it's all good. I mean, I streamed this way knowing that there would be storms and the fact that maybe we would get some activity back there, but it's just, I don't think it's going to happen. And there's like lightning too. Like, we should see it. Not yet. Too bright. How am I gonna stay on the stream? A 109 would still be a lower high. You do not make a higher high on the daily until we take out $110,500. That is a previous discernible swing high from June 9th. Okay, that is the high. And then you break that, then you got to break 112. I did Fibonacci video on, or a video on Fibonacci, and like I think it had all the settings in there too, so you might want to check that out. It's on my YouTube like landing page or whatever, and videos is there. It's old, but Still checks out. Nothing changes, man. That's the beauty of TA.
Arthur Hayes thinks 70% dominance the top. Any TA reason for that? He also talked about supplementary leverage ratio rules for banks buying bonds being removed for first time since 2008 for bear effect on market without actually printing.
Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, Arthur Hayes is awesome. His takes are anyway. Very smart guy. Well, I mean, if they did that, like, actually, the money printer will go burr. We know Bitcoin, like, we're not, like, here, I mean, all we're doing is talking about the levels, because it's either you have the framework you can apply to an asset and go long on it. You can be strategic, have your 3-to-1 reward risk, have your trading plan. If you don't have that, then we're not applying the framework. We're just looking at levels. Okay, and then if you stop talking about levels and you have no trading plans to talk about, then all we talk about is like the fundamentals of Bitcoin, the money printing, the bonds, central banks. And we know when you take out the TA, you take out the levels, nothing matters. Like the way Bitcoin is and where we are. We're gonna see 120. We're gonna go 150 at some point. You just don't know when, man. They can suppress the price with futures, whatever. Money flows into, Mag 7s first, and then eventually Q4 comes around. Then Bitcoin seasonality, and we go nuts later. Like if you truly understand like how things work with what they're doing, and you understand Bitcoin's finite supply, and you understand that the president of the United States, the vice president, who will probably be the president in 2028, he owns Bitcoin. You got countries that have adopted Bitcoin as a reserve currency, multiple ones now. You have states putting Bitcoin in their constitution. You have a state now that is actually going to take taxpayer money and buy Bitcoin with it, Texas. You have Europe, which is going full-on psycho-totalitarianism and will be shoving a central digital currency down your throat. Okay, it will be completely draconian. If you have the wrong opinion, they will freeze your bank accounts, just like in Beijing and they do in China. So guess what? People in Europe, it will be a necessity to own Bitcoin. It won't even be this, oh, well, yeah, we're just setting up because we understand it. No, it's like, oh my God, if I don't have Bitcoin, I won't be able to live anywhere. So I won't be able to eat anything. I'll die. Yeah, they'll lock you out of the entire system. That's coming to Europe. There's nothing going to change that. They don't have guns. They don't have freedom of speech. They have nothing. They have like complete nihilistic views on the world now. That's Europe. Their biggest industry is tourism, which is collapsing because look what they've done. They've like imported millions of third world migrants there. Alien cultures. Oh, good luck going to Italy. Have fun going to all these cities in Europe, France, Paris. It is no longer those cities. So I'm just saying, right? Like there are all these different angles in which Bitcoin is going to be at 120, 150, 200,000 plus dollars. We just timing it. That's the only hard part. So if you have that conviction, you own some, whatever, it's going to go up. The money printing will not stop. The adoption will not stop.
The system cannot exist without money printing. It's inevitable. No one can stop it. New all-time highs on Bitcoin soon. Let them print.
Hey, Greg B, man, thanks for the 5. The print will never stop. You're right. The system will collapse without. And Bitcoin is at the highs of the new week, the new day. Bitcoin trading at the highest level since June 16th right now. We have a date with 109.358 by the looks of it. And if not, 109.120. It's right here. That's the millions of orcs in the NAD school that we've broken into Mordor, it seems like, today. For now, anyway. So maybe the sun's gone down enough, maybe. Let's see here. I don't know if we'll get anything. It's still light out, though. You can't even believe it. Still freaking light. It's 8:36. 108.724 and climbing. Yeah, culture that's existed for thousands of years being wiped out in decades. That is right. Yep. This is what happens. You know, Europe took out the only thing that can combat that alien foreign culture, which is, oh my God, I can't believe he's saying this, Islam, 7th century theocracy. Super strong, right? They go by their book, okay? What they've done in Europe, they've uprooted the only thing that would fight it or combat it. And now it's taking full grip of that entire continent. Worse in some places than others, but nevertheless, no one cares. Everyone's good. Like, yeah, it's completely fine. I just cannot believe what they're doing. It is like the governments have completely betrayed their own people, like their own citizens, like taking taxpayer money and housing third world migrants with foreign cultures and ideologies. The most misogynistic too, by the way. Women aren't even people in that culture, and they're housing them in hotels, and they have third world migrants that are security for those hotels, and they're paying for their health care. Taxpayers are paying for third world migrants that have never paid into anything. Hundreds of thousands of them. It was like 140,000 are now on government health care in the UK in 11 months. Yep, it's confirmed. So if you're over there, get wrecked, dude. You're done for. There's no way to fight that either. And it was happening in the US too, but there's, that you have a different culture, cultural genius. That's how we got out of it here. There's enough of us that understand what's happening. This NGO, New World Order. Okay, there are no borders. There's no sovereignty. No. And that's the beauty of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is individual sovereignty. But yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. If your entire civilization gets replaced and you pay for it by gunpoint. I don't know how any of you in Europe are okay with it. Why don't I use volume profile? I mean, like, volume profile. I can imagine if I pulled out the volume profile, the WAP or whatever, the VAP, there's going to be a huge spike right here. Okay, like it's going to be like this, right? Oops, let me,
Thoughts on dollar cake?
Cake, dude. It's going to be like that. It's probably going to be like this. Could probably be like this. Like a huge spike. It's probably what it's going to look like. Because typically at major inflection points, that's where the volume is, right? I mean, it's probably going to look like something like that. Come on, dude. Give me some freaking lightning now, maybe. Okay, we're at 108.769. We're still rallying here. Should be able to see lightning, but I just don't know how bad it is. There's a lot of rain over there. There's still there is. It's the radar is indicating there is lightning, but yeah, just been live for an hour and 40 minutes now, so. Yeah, it's screwed. No way. Thoughts on Cake, dude? Cake? It's a scam coin. It's a major scam coin that had... Here it is. I have old... I mean, nothing's changed. It's been here a long time. Wow. Here's your Cake. Sideways forever. Sideways at least since May of 2023. I just look at this and I'm like, okay, you want to own Cake? Do you think Cake is going to outperform Google? Do you think Cake's gonna outperform Tesla or Qualcomm or even Marvel or AMD? It's probably not, but hey, you know what? If you want to take a shot at all-time lows on a scam that's gone sideways for years, have at it, man. I don't really see anything here that's like crazy. In fact, you got the swing low right here at 247. So I would think like maybe if they break that, you got some upside. But yeah, it's Cake, man. Weekly. Maybe type 2. I mean, they're obviously showing like higher lows. A bunch of higher lows are coming in. 1, 2, 3. Higher lows. I mean, maybe the trend's reversing here. But dude, it's cake, man. It's a scam coin. And I don't give a crap what people say. It is a scam coin. All right, it's like the M shape. This is the butterfly. Maybe it's a type 1. Maybe it's type 2. And you could also look at it like this. Maybe you could look at it like this. It's a shark. It's a type 1. Maybe type 2 on the weekly.
Thanks for everything, Mitch.
What's up, Alexa? Thank you for the 5 super chat or $5 contribution. Maybe it's super chat. Maybe it's like that. Maybe it is, man. Okay, maybe. Who am I to say? You know that it's not that. Maybe it is. Not really a formal M shape, but hey, formal harmonic. It's an M shape, but maybe, dude. Cake. All right, Bitcoin 108,789. We're at the highs. If it was to rally higher, I guess like the top of the range is gonna be $5. Okay, on cake. I appreciate the contribution, dude. So I'm not trying to like write it off. It's just like, man, that's, you know, there you go. That's probably what you'd be targeting. If you were a cake buyer at 150 and you own this and you're like, I'm up, man, I want to own this, then fine, $5, $4.78 to $5. Bitcoin's at the highs of the day, 108.8 right now. I'm talking to you. 108, chat. No way. 108.8 on the dot and 0 pennies. Here we are. Still just sitting there. Same price. Okay, yep, so I think we're maybe soon we're gonna see it. I mean, how far off are we now? We're only like 0.36 to 0.5% away from the mega levels to facing all the millions of orcs in the Nazgul. Cake NFT holder. Hey, that cake trade setup was unreal, dude. It really was. Now, Google, if you see Google's numbers, they're really good actually. They make tremendous amounts of money, like up 49% year over year on some revenue. It's wild. Or Bitcoin's just sitting there, 108.8. That's the once that breaks, it's gonna be like boom. What's up, 40 Traveler?
At Justin King 4272 super chatted $50, just contributing. But maybe you can look at APU. Looks pumpish, as long as BTC continues, of course. Thanks for your work and dedication.
Justin King, man. Justin wants to thank you, dude. Really appreciate that 50, man. Session Top Jesus there. You want to see Apu Jasta? Yeah, we can look at it. Apu, man, let's check it out. Bitcoin, we're just waiting on it to break that 108.8 level, and then we'll be on to crazy things. Let's see Apu Jasta. Here it is. What was it Mex I was looking at before? It's still not dead yet. Like, it's still kind of like, it was bad, you know, it dumped, it really did, but the buyer, it doesn't matter, the buyers recaptured it. So it's like, this idea is not dead. Okay, it's not over yet for Apu Jasta, because it was like, oh, you probably stopped out, but look where this thing is. It's incredible. It really is. You cannot like give up on this. Let me show you here. Apu Jasta is not Indian, by the way. People would think it is, but it's not. It's like Dutch or something. I don't know. It's like a Dutch version of Pepe. Yeah, I don't know. All right. Abu Jata, like above 2019-26. You're golden, man. Like you're in really good shape. It's like a dragon. It's like, okay, you want to do 1, 2, 3, fine. But it's a bullish dragon pattern. Like it's so clear, isn't it? At this point, there it is. You broke out to the dragon spine. Like, really clear structure. We all know it's a premature W shape. Like here's your foot. Here's your second foot. It's the dragon. Double Jata dragon. And the great kicker is you're like above that inflection zone. Like, so it's like lower risk area. So upside, I think like if it really did the thing, man, like it could come back down to 1926 for a back test the dragon spine, all that could happen. But for where it is, you got like 33% upside. Even if it went lower, you'd then have 52% upside. So that's like great, man. Like Apu Jasta looking really interesting right here above 2000 and 1926. Okay, so there you go, dude. Hopefully that helps. That was great. Daily S, man. I mean, LAC, I'm telling you, people are just, gonna give up on LAC, and then boom, it's gonna be like a 30% candle one day, and it's just gonna be like, this news broke on LAC, dude. Oh my God, lithium's now all of a sudden something crazy, and whoa, like it just stuff like that happens when those M shapes develop. Like ACHR is such another good example. Like oh, okay, Kathy Wood started buying. I think Elon said he liked it, and that was after we took our long, after we had identified that type 2 return. Composite operator's crazy. He accumulates a position, then he gets in the news headlines. So Abu Jasta, it's going to change the world maybe. Okay, 33% upside if this dragon pattern plays out. Okay, it's the dragon. Go to drive. No, I don't. I do not look at IPO companies because I don't have a chart. If there was a way to look at it, technically I might. But yeah, I'd buy Ripple Labs if I could, if they IPO. I don't know if I can get in pre-IPO. One time they did. Oh my God, dude. DPST. No way. Dude, you gotta be kidding me. Look where it's at. How is this happening? You got 1 and now 2. And this is just a level we've had plotted here. Oh my God, dude. 2020. Yeah, that, I mean, like, it doesn't matter if they like it or not. Codes mode. It doesn't matter what any of their opinions are, because this is technically impeccable. That's... Yeah, below 70, below 80 even. But man, if they keep it above 80, given enough time, we got crazy upside. Yeah, good look here.
Thanks for the weekly close coverage, less than 3.
Hey, Squirrel. It's the Squirrel, man. Oh, Crypto Street. Thank you so much, dude, for the, what was that? Thank you for the, whoa, holy crap, dude. Thanks for the 4121, man. And thank you for being here and contributing this 100% crowdsourced stream. Okay, if it's not y'all, it's no one. So I don't, I'm not partnered with Manscaped or whatever, butthole deodorant company. Okay, sorry. It's just me. Voluntarily, too. So that's crazy, man. Daily regional banks 3 times. I mean, they're going to be decay and stuff. It's just wild. The wild technicals. Crap, man. Was that a Cardano contribution? No. That was a super chat. But yeah, it was a Cardano. I don't know. Those are broken. I gotta fix those. I don't know what's going on.
Hey Mitch, could you look at Para, please?
Yeah, Anonymous. Let's do it right now, because Para is another good-looking one. It was like showing composite operator signature. Look at that, man. It's beautiful. This has looked beautiful. Highest daily candle close confirmed on Para since June 3rd of last year. So 52-week highs. Hold on one sec. Yeah, I mean, Paramount, like all the accumulation. It's almost like you can see the rule of 3. You can kind of see it's like 1, and then like, oops, oh god, not this. One and like 2, and then like 3 on that springback test. Dude, what the? Just, God. Yeah, that's kind of like that, man. Kind of like rule of 3. That is 3 right. That's beautiful, is it not? It's got 2 peaks. That is gorgeous. See, that's your classic accumulation structure in perfect context. And now, again, 52-week highs. And you probably got a golden cross, too. You already got the golden cross. That was March 10th. My God, man, it's beautiful. Paramount. And your upside, I mean, $13.87 to $15. Good God, it's so nice. That is just art. I'll like post that. So pretty, man. Like the proportionate. Whoops. Oh my God, no way. Yeah, hopefully Anonymous that appeases you or that pleases you. Let me know if it does please you. If it doesn't, I don't know what to do. So Bitcoin's pulled back a little bit off its high of the day, new week. Hey, it's Carl, man. Elway. John Elway?
Carl tipped $25. Can we look at Elway?
Yeah, man. Let's look at it. Let's see if we can get a little lightning while we check it out. I mean, it's storming back there. I just, maybe it's, the lighting's not going to show it. Lifeway Foods. Volume's terrible. Like, this is like an automatic no on volume. It's got like 150,000 volume. 30-day average is 45,000 volume. So immediately it's like, you're not going to get limit orders filled ever. But, so just no lightning, huh? The storm might be dying or something. There's still lightning, man. I don't know. It should be right there, but whatever. I guess nothing, dude. So here it is. There's the Elway contribution request. So clearly, I mean, like, barring volume, okay, or the lack of, the old all-time high from 2007, 13, 15, you can see that level, right? Look what they're doing. They up-thrusted through it, sell off, hey, higher low, confirmation low, trend's good. You rallied sideways, testing, holding. You're holding above 2058. So if you made me make you manage risk, you own this, hey, my granddad worked there and I got shares, okay, well, stop loss maybe below $20, right? There might be an argument to not own Elway due to the consequences of what happens below 20. You get a $14. So that's probably how you'd, people be like, cup with Hendelman? That's a long handle, dude. That's the longest handle I've ever seen if you say cup with Hendelman. So, again, no volume on this. This is some of the lowest volume I've seen in a while. So, that's got to be your cutoff, below 20. But above 20, who knows? The sky's the limit. Okay, you want LA target, if we go into price discovery, 33, 39 up here. The 1272 from this high to low, if it was going to do it. Hopefully that helps. So, man, we're getting real close on Bitcoin again. Come on, man. Give me one lightning strike. We've had a lightning stream before on the other side looking east. But this would be the first west lightning stream. But the storms are just too pathetic now. Like, I don't know what happened. Like, the past 2 years were great. But, yeah, this year, this is the worst storm season I've ever experienced. It is nothing. Like, just weather just not working here. Oh, did I get someone request? What was that? Hold on a sec. Hey, Stray, what's up, dude? Unity. Queen Latifah.
Stray tip $25. Can we look at the U next? Unity. UNITY that a Unity. It for Queen Latifah. Also go Jonathan Nation.
Jonathan Nation in the chat. Like turtles, but he always liked Turtle Man. Yeah, we'll get Unity. Software Incorporated. Let's do it, man. No volume problems here. But your problem is, oh my god. All-time lows. Oh my god. Alright, so it's probably a wedge pattern or something. They have not broken the wedge. Even if you plot like that, it's just if you go 1 and 2 and 3 and then 4 and now 5, that's it, right? That's the, so we could, yeah, it's like a big old wedge wick, candle close wicks, right? So it's like a big old wedge down here on the weekly with no breakout, and you're at near all-time lows. So the trend sucks. But, you know, the problem is, like, what would be weird if, like, they do this, you know, oh, and then later, you know, like, it's just crappy that the trend is not, you're in a downtrend for years. This is a 3-year large wedge or more. Maybe they recapture 24, 32, and they break the supply line. There could be some good upside. I mean, your upside literally above 25 bucks would be like to $42. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, the trend's awful. I have no faith or conviction on this, but if you're, you know, asking about the levels, I think $24.77 to $25. You can do candle close, wick, wick, wick. That is certain of a key level, right? You know it. So if they can ever take that out and then break the supply line, I think your upside potential, if things really started going, would be 42 bucks. So if they could ever do that, which is a big if, man, bad trend, long term, 70% upside, but that's a big if, okay? Does that make sense, Larry? Straight. Queen Latifah. Yep. That's all you got. That's all you can go for. 25 bucks. Big psychological level, but also horizontal level, and then the supply line of that wedge that goes all the way back to August 2022. My Bitcoin is like really close, dude. It's still just staying up there near 108.8. I hope we can break it, man. I really do. I hope we can get some lightning, but I just don't think this loser storm is gonna produce us anything back there, man. Oh, I've been live now for 2 hours, so it's just not gonna happen. Just all summer, man. All summer. No storms. I have to like go to the Great Plains to get bad weather. I go to one of the Great Plains 2 times this season. Got more weather than I got living in Miami. It's so bad. I'm pissed about it. What's up, Mojipin? Yeah, I don't know what happened to everyone's names. I'm gonna have to look into that because apparently it's not like that on other people's streams. But I didn't do anything. Do you think I like went into the settings and was like, all right, let's change everyone's names to not their names? I don't even know that was a thing. It's just someone stupid at YouTube that shouldn't be in a position got put in a position because more reasons, and they screwed everything up on YouTube. So I don't know. I have no idea how I can fix everyone's names. It's all messed up, dude. Fubar. All right, y'all. I'm really hungry and I have company, so I think I'm just gonna get out of here. So thank y'all so much for coming out. Really appreciate the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. And yeah, it's been a good stream. Second highest weekly candle close in the history of Bitcoin. And tomorrow, barring acts of crazy crashes or anything, $2,000 drops on Bitcoin, we will be having the monthly candle close stream tomorrow, so you want to tune in for that. But also, it will be the highest monthly candle close in the history of Bitcoin tomorrow. So that is definitely worth celebrating. So thanks so much for coming out. I'll be back. Till next time, respect the T. Hey.
Accept your golden grace, integrity.